Hi guys, I decided to sit down today to make some floral studs and give you a little demo of my daisy cutter and the Floral Collection silicone mold. So the first thing I'm doing is just brushing on just a really tiny amount of cornflour. This brush I just picked up at Kmart, I think from the makeup section. I've been using it for ages, and a really light dusting of cornflour on the clay and on the cutter just really helps it not to stick. The cutter I'm using here is part of a two-piece set, and this is the smaller version. It's a super cute shape, and today I'm going to use a little bit of very thinly rolled yellow pearly clay just to create a contrasting colour for the centre of the flower. You'll notice that I'm just using my finger to press down on the clay. Somebody told me once that I'm very lucky. I have a low fingerprint profile, which means I don't get lots of fingerprints in my clay. So that's something that's really lucky, and it allows me to get away with things like this. But I know there are rubber gloves and little finger cots that you can also use if you do have that problem. And there we go, there's the first little batch of daisy studs. Just lifting that off with my tissue blade. You can have a look. Can't really tell from here, but they do need a little bit of sanding. And if I'd had a X-Acto knife handy, that would have been helpful to sort of trimmed off a few bits of the edges, but actually they're not too bad. Every job with polymer clay does require a little bit of sanding. So just cleaning up a little bit, and we're ready to get to work with the Floral Collection silicone mold. I'm just using my brush again to brush out any dirt or dust to make sure the mold's nice and clean. Now I've got some tiny little bits of yellow clay that I'm going to put into the very centre of the flower mold. Just dotting it there into the centre. And the rest of the flower mold I'm filling with the white clay to make the petals. I'm just using this very inexpensive pink plastic dotting tool. I think I grabbed it from my daughter's Play-Doh kit actually, and I'm just using that to really press the clay in. The more time you spend pressing the clay in and dotting around with these sorts of tools, the better impression you'll get and the more detail you'll get from your mold. So it's worth taking that little bit of time. So just press down until you're really confident you've filled the mold. A little roll, and then pop it out of the mold. And there's a cute little daisy. What I like about this mold is that it does come with quite a few different types of flowers that you can work with, and some of them are super cute. There's a really cute little sunflower stud in there, but I also like the centre mold and the one that I'm working with here. They both make beautiful sunflowers as well. So if you were to do like a rich yellow for the petals and a brown for the stamen, you're going to get a very cute sunflower earring. If you want to perfect your little flowers a little bit even more, you can also use just a little sharp silicone tip to tidy up the edges of the mold and just add a little bit of depth around the stamens. And there you go, in no time I've got a really cute tray of daisy studs in two different styles ready to go into the oven. Then they come out of the oven for some sanding and cleanup.